Hi, I'm Matt Dietrich from Reboot, Illinois. Welcome to another edition of Only in Illinois. The Illinois State Board of Elections website is probably the best place to go if you want to be an informed voter, and especially if you want to know how much money is being spent on a race and who's donating to a specific candidate. The problem is, using the State Board of Elections website can be a little bit less than intuitive at times. You have to know some terminology. You also have to know how to get all those numbers that are on the site into a form where you can search through them and kind of find the information that you're looking for. That's what I'm going to show you today. We're going to get online, go to the State Board of Elections website. I'm going to show you how to do a very basic search and then how to sort things around in a spreadsheet. So let's get started. Today I'm going to show you probably the most basic kind of search. We're going to do a contributions search. This will let you take a look at any candidate, find out everything that candidate has reported in his or her campaign fund to that date, and a little bit later in a different search I'll show you how to look through their quarterly reports. That gives you expense and donation information. But for now, we're going to start here at the Board of Elections main website, which is elections.il.gov. We're going to go here to top pages. What we're going to look for today is a contribution search. If you come here and you don't see contribution search in this top pages area, all you have to do is click here for view all top pages, and it'll take you to a very long list from which you will choose contribution search, all contributions. So we're going to click on that. That will bring you to this screen here. And we're going to look at contributions by committees. In other words, we want to identify the campaign committee of our candidate and search through the contributions there. So click this tab by committees. And what this is going to come up with, it's going to give you all of these options. What we're going to do is go down to the committee name. Now today I'm going to use Bruce Rauner as our example for a couple of reasons, and obviously number one is that he won the gubernatorial election on November 4th. And number two is that the gubernatorial race between Bruce Rauner and Pat Quinn was the most expensive that we've seen in a statewide office in state history. So there's a lot to look at within his campaign report. There's also a lot in Pat Quinn's, but I'll leave that up to you to look up that once you've seen how to do it. So we're going to start here by going to committee name. We want to select contains and put in the candidate's last name. In this case, we're looking for Bruce Rauner, and since I've done it before, it's going to autofill for me. Click search. That's going to bring you to this page, which is the contributions list. Now, what this will tell you immediately is that this committee has $67,115,342.72 that it's collected during its entire life. Now the life of this committee goes all the way back to March of 2013, which is when Bruce Rauner first began his exploratory committee. If you scroll all the way down to this first page, it'll show you this is the first of 10 of 5,000. Actually, this number here, the total number of donations in Bruce Rauner's campaign committee is more like 8,700, as we'll see in just a moment. So anyway, we'll go back to the top, and right here it says download this list. Click there. Click on tab delimited text file. What this is going to do is put every single donation record into a text file that we're going to, in one moment, we're going to copy and paste into a spreadsheet. But for now, click tab delimited text file and you'll see the file download. It will come over here, as it showed you right down there. Then open the file. What this is going to show us is kind of a jumble of text. And there you have it. We're going to click in this window to make it active. Then press Command and A. Command A to select all. So now as you can see it turned blue, so we've got it all selected. Now we want to copy this to our clipboard, so we press Command C. Once you've done that, we're going to move out of the State Board of Elections website. And we're going to transfer this into a spreadsheet. Now normally I would use Microsoft Excel because Microsoft Excel has the best sorting functions. It's kind of the industry standard, but not everyone has that on their computer. So what I'm going to do instead today is use a Google spreadsheet. Let me point out too that just because I'm using Google Documents here, I'm going to use the Google spreadsheet, you don't have to do the same thing. You can use any free spreadsheet, or if you have Microsoft Excel, use that. I'm just using this for convenience. So we're going to go to our Google Drive, and you're going to click on Create, and we're going to create a spreadsheet. That's going to come up with a blank spreadsheet for us. So the first thing you do is you click into this square to make it active. Now that it's active, you're going to press Command V, and that's going to copy the contents of your clipboard into this spreadsheet. Don't panic if you click Control V and all you get is a blank sheet. It's going to take a while to process the data, so just be patient. It took a few minutes, but eventually all my data did go into my new Google spreadsheet. Once you've got it here, you can sort it any number of ways, and this is where you can learn a lot, and this is where you can kind of become a smarter voter too. I'm going to start with I'm going to show you a few basic things. My spreadsheet skills are okay. I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm going to show you the basics. And the first thing that you'll notice is that when you copy your data into the spreadsheet, it comes in alphabetically by the last name of the contributor. That's not necessarily the most useful way, especially when you're dealing with thousands and thousands of lines of data. But luckily, you can sort this in any number of ways without doing anything special. Every Google spreadsheet has a drop-down menu above each column right here. This is your most basic sorting function. So what I'm going to do here on the amount column is we're going to sort this so that it's listed from the largest contributions to the smallest. And to do that, we're going to sort the sheet Z through A, Z being the biggest number. So once I click that, it might take a minute to do the calculation. And here we have all of the contributions listed from the greatest all the way down to the smallest. One other thing I should point out is that in the newest version of Google Documents, you have this nice feature here, which when you have a column highlighted, it will automatically track the sum. So we already saw this on the Board of Elections website, but here you have the total amount of Bruce Rauner's campaign contributions going back to the start has been $67.1 million. But let's see exactly how much did Bruce Rauner give to his campaign. We can find that out by using a filter. And to do that, you click on this icon right here, the filter icon. When you do that, we're going to get another drop-down option placed on all of the column titles. And there they are. These blue drop-down menus are your filters. So let's run a filter on last name because we want to find out what Bruce Rauner gave to his own campaign. The first thing we do is click Clear because we want to clear all of these selected many thousands of names. Okay, so it goes on down. We're just going to click Clear. All those check marks will go away. That will allow us then to search for the one name we're looking for, which is Rauner. When the object of your search comes up down here, click it so that the check mark comes up, then click OK. Now your filter is going to run and it's going to remove all last names except for Rauner. And there we have all of them. Now you're going to see here too that Diana Rauner also, Bruce Rauner's wife, also has a contribution of $33,000. So what we want to find out is what Bruce Rauner gave to his own campaign. So to do that, all we have to do is go to the top here and select, and it automatically runs a sum for us down here. So we see that Bruce Rauner gave about $27.5 million to his own campaign. Now we're going to do a search here for Republican Governors Association. And as you can see, it auto-filled here. Once we see that, we select it to put the check mark back on it, click OK, and now we have the Republican Governors Association and a list of all of their giving from $2.5 million all the way down to $500,000, $50,000 I should say, for a total of $8.65 million, which we see down here in the corner in our quick sum. Anytime you highlight an amount of more than one amount, quick sum automatically sums it for you. Okay, so now we can go back to the last names again, and we will remove our filter. That'll give us a complete list again. So we can select all, click OK, and there we have our complete list again, and it's still listed from largest donation to smallest. Something else that was interesting in this campaign was the number of donations that were more than $1 million. And this is interesting too, because if we start down here and we highlight all of, and we highlight all of the donations going up to $3 million, we can see that about $35 million came in from donations of $1 million or more. That hadn't happened before. I'm going to stop there because I think that gives you plenty to go on. And as you can see, this is a very useful tool. Once you get your data into a spreadsheet, you can sort it any way you want. Again, this is just a very basic use of spreadsheet, and if you practice, you can probably do a lot more than I've shown you here. But I think that's a good start.
So there you have it. I hope you'll use that information to do your own searches. Next week, I'll show you how to look through quarterly candidate reports to find out not just how much they've raised, but what they've spent and what they've spent the money on. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the next edition of Only in Illinois.